Happy Monday. And I just thought I'd give you a quick 15-minute, nice little loosen up, some joint mobility for your Monday. And I thought you'd really enjoy my little guy back there. It is a dragon. That is my humidifier, if you're wondering what it is. And he's got, yes, little plumes coming out of his little ears, which is really interesting. So yeah, enjoy that in the background. Well, I'm trying to keep a little bit of moisture in the air in Colorado because it is snowing outside, as you can probably see, and it is very dry. So let's come on to the mat. You see, I've got my snowboards over here too. I'll get a little bit more organized for you guys next time. So bring your hands to your knees and then just roll out. I love to start, you guys know I love to start with these rolls. And I feel like this is just kind of like a time to check in, see how everything's going, how you're organized today, how your hips feel, and then come back to your center. See if you can relax your knees. A lot of you guys probably have a block at home, so it's awesome to sit on a block for this little section. You can roll your shoulder blades back and down, bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs against your sternum and then reach the crown of your head high and then close your eyes. Breathing in and out through your nose. So whether your practice is like 1 minute or an hour and a half, I always invite you to set your intention. So again, we're just doing a short 15-minute practice, but just setting your intention for these next 15 minutes just to feel good. Be grateful for your health. It's here. Allow the skin around your eyes to soften. Eyes. Scoot yourself all the way onto your mat. Bring the heels to the end of your mat. Straighten your spine, straighten your legs, flex your feet. Just see how that feels. Right now, my hamstrings already feel tight. So just taking into account how you feel just right here. And then bend your knees, reach your arms above your head. Give yourself a nice long spine, pull in your ribs, and then extend your arms forward. Bring your ribs to your quads. And you can bring your arms underneath your knees and then just straighten out your knees a little bit more. And I want you to just really round your spine. Away from each other, flex your feet a little bit more. Take another breath here. All the way up to seated, and then grab a hold of your left knee. Nice long spine, bring your shoulder blades back, point and flex your foot. And then just start your ankle rolls. Nice ankle rolls, one way and then the other way. So maintaining that mobility here. Point and flex your foot again. Your knee, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Extend your leg out. Hug your knee into your chest. Extend your leg out. Good. Hug your knee into your chest. And extend your leg out. Good. Hug your knee into your chest and grab a hold of your foot with your right hand. Bring your knee out and then just really flex your ankle and then move your knee from side to side. So if you have a hard flexing your ankle, it's really good. It protects your knee. And so nice long spine, back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. And then if you want to, sometimes I find this is a little challenging in coordination, but you can roll out your hip. And I find the easiest way to do that is to kind of roll your knee in little circles. Then nice long spine, tone your lower belly. Maybe give it a little shake from side to side. Some of you, with a nice flexing your foot, might be able to grab a hold of your foot, put it in the crease of your elbow, and then move from side to side. If you can't, you can always hold underneath, that's a good one too. So a little bit of a cradle here. And again, nice long spine, make sure you're not rounding your back. That should feel really good on your hip. Like this feels awesome this morning. Grab a hold with your peace fingers, your big toe, and then see if you can bring your knee to your armpit and then straighten your spine a little bit more, like a little bit of a bow and arrow, and then extend your leg out. Feel good with that, and then back and forth. Again, if your hamstring's tight, that's totally cool, just bend your knee. But more importantly, tone your lower belly and lower back nice and strong. So we're working on posture through all these movements and this mobility as well. See if that leg might be a little bit longer. And then grab a hold of your right knee, roll your shoulder blades back and down, point and flex your foot. Ankle one way, roll out your ankle the other way. About mobility. Place your hands underneath your knee, roll your shoulder blades back and down, extend your leg out, hug your knee into your chest, extend out, hug your knee into good, and extend out, and hug your knee into your chest, and then grab a hold of your foot with your opposite hand and just back and forth. Again, tone the lower belly, shoulder blades back. A little bit tighter because this is my front leg and surfing and snowboarding, so I just find that for some reason is a little bit tighter than the other leg, so just being aware, totally cool. Again, you can roll out the knee. You can see how high my knee is. Work spot, again, every side's different. If you want, see if you can grab a hold of your foot, get in the elbow crease, or maybe just hold on to it. Back and forth from side to side. Again, not compromising your back. Still keeping with that nice upright posture, which is awesome for all of your sports. Your foot with the same hand and bring your elbow to the outside and then see if you can get your knee to the inside of your armpit. Again, flex your left toes if they're like going a little bit rogue. Extend your leg out. And again, if this hamstring's tighter, you feel like you're kind of rocking back, you can bend your knee. Again, it's just about the hip. It's not so much about the knee. We kind of organized that already. And we'll organize that a lot more. Back and forth. And extend your legs forward, give them a little bit of a shake out. Bring your hands back, your fingertips towards your spine. Bring your feet as wide as a mat and toss your knees from side to side. Going across your piriformis, which is that really, really tight muscle in your glutes. Hopefully you guys have been doing some walking, running, cycling, something, just to keep yourself nice and busy. Well, I shouldn't say busy, but to keep you moving a little bit, maybe getting some sunlight, which is great. I hope you guys are getting outside. Keep going back and forth. Knees over to your left hand side. So you've got this nice little pinwheel. Bring your left hand back, your fingertips towards the back of your mat. Bring your right hand forward. Press on your shins and lift your hips to the sky. Give yourself a nice big stretch. So big stretch to the side body. Make sure both of your shins are on the ground. Bring your hand forward and then extend up again. Nice big stretch. Freestyle it and forward. And one more time. Nice big stretch. All the way back. And come forward. Knees to the other side. Again, that's a nice little pinwheel, shins on the ground. Bring your left hand forward and then press your shins down, lift your hips up. Again, big stretch. Hopefully you feel it kind of right through that side body and that hip. Extend your arm forward and stretch up, hips up. And forward and hips up, hips up. Back forward. Bring your feet so they're as wide as a mat, fingertips back. Then actually bring your feet in a little bit so they're hip width apart. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, and then lift your hips up. We did this the other day Look down towards your knees and look up towards the sky. Take another breath here. Slide your hips back in between your hands and straighten out your legs. And then again, come all the way up. So again, mobility, we're kind of flossing the shoulders a little bit. Look up towards the sky, ceiling. Hips come back in between your hands. Flex your feet. If you kind of get stuck because you have really long legs, don't worry if you're sitting on the ground, but then see if you can get back into that tabletop again. Look up towards the ceiling. And then have your knees right in line with your crown of your head. If your hips are a little bit lower, no big deal. See if you can engage your glutes here. And bring the bottoms of your feet together. Extend your arms up and extend forward. You can scoot your hips back or you can scoot your hips forward. Totally cool with whatever you'd like to do here. You are rounding your spine. It's not flat at all. I want a nice long spine, almost like a rainbow. From the crown of your head, maybe the crown of your head is towards your toes. Your back is completely opening. Take another breath here. All the way up. Cross your ankles, bring your hands forward and come onto your knees. To the ground. I'll turn sideways for you guys. Curl your toes under, round your spine, lift up your knees off the ground so you can hover, and lower your knees, lower the tops of your feet, crown of your head up, tailbone up. Round your spine, curl your toes, hover, knees down, toes down, crown up, tail up. One more time, round your spine, curl your toes, hover, knees down, toes down, head up. Come back to your center and then roll yourself out. So see if you can really roll into your ribs. Again, this is a mobility, 15 minutes mobility. So just kind of starting to get into anything that actually needs to be moved. One way, 3 times the other. I'm kind of just moving however it feels good for my hips. More sometimes in this pose, coming back and forth from side to side, sometimes you feel in your shoulders, sometimes you feel in your hips. So just taking your time to feel whatever feels good. And then come into your child's pose. Knees apart, toes together, sink back into your hips. Have your hands forward, have your forehead to the ground. If this isn't awesome for your knees, come up onto your forearms and just kind of hang out. Otherwise, sit all the way back through your heels. Wherever you are, slide your hands over to your left-hand side. And stretch out the side, waist, side hip, side of your body. To the other side, stay nice and low. Forward, pop yourself into downward dog. First downward dog, lift your hips to the sky. Bend your other knee, back and forth from side to side. And then back into your downward dog. Forward into your high plank. Dog, one last time. Forward into your high plank. And back into your downward dog. Downward dog. Your mat, have your feet hip width apart, soften your knees, round your spine up. Look up, lower your hands to heart center. Good, inhale up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward. Bend your knees, round all the way up. Raise your arms into the sky, look up, lower your hands to heart center. Take another few breaths here, close your eyes. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Feel supported. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky, look up. Exhale, swan dive, come all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back forward. Walk yourself into your high plank. You're probably at the front of your mat, so that's totally cool. Hold here. Knees. And then sit on your knees. Raise your arms into the sky. Extend your left leg out. Arch over to your left hand side. And then arch over to your right hand side. So you can either bring your hand down or a little bit more oblique work. You can just move from side to side. Don't have to touch. And then back and forth. Over, over, over. Let's do last one. Over. And then bring your right hand to the ground and your left hand to the sky. Lift your leg up. Take another nice deep breath here. Point your toe, bend your knee, reach around and grab the top of your foot. Open it up. That's your challenge. Feel free to take it or not. Take another breath. To your knees. Curl your toes under. Sit back on your heels and roll your shoulders out. Forward. Extend your right leg out. Extend your arms to the sky. Arch over to your right hand side. And again, you can go over to your left. Set your hand down or not. And over. Last one, over, and left hand down, right arm to the sky, look up towards your top hand, challenge, up, challenge, bend, reach, open, look, hold, breathe. Curl your toes back under. Sit back on your heels, roll your shoulders back, and roll your shoulders forward. And your back, open up your heart and your chest. Take another few breaths here. Come onto your hands and knees again. Extend your left leg out. Good. Bring your nose to your knee and then set your foot in between your hands. Curl your back toes under and lift your back knee off the ground. Raise your left hand to the sky. Look up towards your top hand. You can always leave your back knee down. That's totally cool. Take another nice deep breath. Hands down. Pop onto your fingertips. Open your chest a little bit more. And then if you like either hop to switch or step to switch your legs. Yeah. Your back knee. Take another nice deep breath. And lift your right arm to the sky. If you'd like, you can come off your back knee. You can have your palm on the ground or your fingertips on the ground. Whatever feels good here. So you're just coming into that nice little twist. Take another breath. Down. Step your back foot forward, have your feet hip width apart, and then slide your feet so they're as wide as a mat. And if you are a squatter, you can come all the way down. If you're not a squatter, you're probably going to come to about here. But if you're a squatter, come all the way down. And then this is more ankle strength, so back and forth from side to side. Almost there. Back to your center. Bring your toes forward, bring your fingertips down, extend your legs, standing forward fold, and then bend your knees, hands to heart center. One more time, hands down, straighten out your legs. Bend your knees, hands to heart center. As gracefully as you can, you're gonna drop back and bring your knees to your chest and have your toes come to a hover. Take a nice little breath here, round yourself up, round yourself up. explode into your boat. That's going to look amazing. So you're going to come into your boat. Good. Knees come to your chest. And then into your boat. Knees into your chest. Now that you guys got it, boat. 2 more, knees into your chest. And boat. Last one, knees into your chest. And boat. Bring your feet down, extend your legs forward. Bring your left leg on top of your right. Extend your arms up, twist over to your left, look over your shoulder. Extend both legs. Right knee goes over, twist over to your right, look over your shoulder. Again, nice long spine. And both legs, extend both arms, bring your hands forward, roll yourself all the way onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. What to do before you come into your short little Shavasana. The inside of your feet, you can straighten out both legs, look from side to side. Simply coming onto your back, having your feet a little wider than hip width, have your hands palms face up, organize your shoulders so they're more together and really supportive. Feel that nice little arch in your back and that nice little natural arch in your neck. Soften the curl of your fingers, soften your jaw, soften your eyes. And just pause here for about 10 breaths. Allow your body to reorganize. As long as you'd like. Doing a short meditation during this time at the end of your practice, or perhaps just sitting here for a few minutes or so. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Extend your arms above your head. Over to the left-hand side. So bring your heels over and your hands over. Find a little bit more length. And then heels over to the other side, hands over to the other side. It's just your little side body stretch. And then hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right-hand side. Right-hand side gets you ready for the rest of the day, gives your heart a little bit of a break. If you are going to sleep, you can roll onto your left-hand side. Pop yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Just like you started, roll your shoulder blades back and down. Close your eyes, bring your hands to heart center. A little bit of love to everyone that you know, everybody in our little healthy community. To you today, and it was an absolute honor sharing this practice with all of you gorgeous people. Namaste.